Hello and welcome to the Florida Keys. And having just made the long journey here overnight from Dublin, Ireland, we wanted to kick off our stay here with somewhere that sort of really felt like you were on vacation. It had that kind of resort feel to it. And looking through all the hotels and places to stay on Key Largo, which is where we're at today, there wasn't actually too many that ticked all the boxes for what it is we were after. We did find this one. Now, we paid certainly a little bit more for it. This is Baker's Cay Resort on Key Largo, and we're going to give you a whiz around. In the photographs and the other videos I've seen, water comes from here, but it mustn't be switched on. I guess the pool, I mean, it is open, but it's just, I think, a bit cold today. A bar all to ourselves as well. Is it open? Doesn't look open yet. Interesting. I'm glad I came today. We wouldn't have known that. So what this is a second pool area. I guess then this one can be for kids as well. Oh, and look behind this rock. They do have a jacuzzi after all. This wee trailer, you can normally get a few cocktails for poolside. The Key Largo for $14, which for me sounds absolutely incredible. Or their version of the margarita. Baker's Cay twist on two famous cocktails, and up here, larger sports bar. No, I wouldn't be going down there. I actually do think that's where you let your dog go to poo. Did you just walk through? Did you like that? Did you enjoy that? Yeah, that's why you read the signs.
That's for you. That's
yeah.
For
You're the one down there, not me. Right, we're going to go to the beach and have a look at that. Out here is what we showed you. There's, what is that?
It's just like a wee green for the kids to play games on.
Area. And there's like a volleyball court over there too. Yeah. And I heard them trying to put on music this morning, but I don't think the speaker was working at 10 o'clock. So this is the Hammock Beach down here. So there's two blocks in here. There's the Hammock block. I think the Coconut block is the one further down. This one is obviously a little bit more sheltered from the sun, so you can imagine when it's really, really hot out here would be the place to come. And the other beach we'll go to shortly, I think, is a little bit more open. Look at this. Good. In the hammock section on the beach, there's this little deck here, which I'm sure you can probably hire. And I'm sure, knowing these things as I do, it'll be very reasonably priced. They always are, aren't they? They're always so reasonably priced when you hire one of these personal ones. Would we indeed? Yeah. Aye, who'd be paying for it? There's where I'd be over there if I had the money. On the yacht, just far enough offshore, away from people. We'll check out the lobby in a bit and some of the restaurants, have a look in there. And this is the little walkway, I guess, between the two ends of the resort. What do? You put a lock and you make a wish? Is that the way it works? I remember we went to that bridge in France, Lock Bridge, Paris, and they've taken it down because of the weight of all the locks on the bridge. And I think you can now get a fine if you try putting a lock on a bridge. So if you ever feel the urge to put a lock somewhere outside for some reason why people do that, you can do it here.
Right back as far as 2007. So it's obviously been here for a long time.
BJ was here. Oh, maybe that's, I hope that's a name.
Why did you pick that one?
Fred and Anna, shout out. And Sandy and John as well, they were here on the, what's it say, 2023, 2024. All the way along the path, there's all these little sort of coves with these sort of breakout areas down onto the shoreline, sort of underneath the trees.
How pretty is this?
Beautiful.
If you want to propose, just do it now because
What?
it's really pretty.
Huh? Sorry? I can't hear you over the light crashing of the waves against the shoreline. And this is Coconut Beach, which is obviously more open. It's a little bit breezy here today. There's various activities you can do down here. The aqua cycle. There's also kayaking, these little dinghies as well, jet skis, things like that. Now that is a floating bar right there.
Yeah.
Again, unfortunately it's not opened, and it actually has a motor on it as well, so I guess it doesn't just dock there, but it actually can go out into the sea. And what could go wrong? A actual floating bar. Huh?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, although it's falling apart.
So it's 10:30. I see a guy down there who's just getting the coconut bar prepared for opening, so I'm sure that must open probably within the next hour or so. So you can wait. Up here, just above the beach, is this little deck area. This is pretty cool, and they've got these, what are these called?
Hammocks?
Hammocks? I don't think that's a hammock. I think a hammock swings between trees. I think that's just a swinging chair, love. What's that one called?
It's another hammock.
I think that's another swinging chair. And it's one that I'm definitely not going to sit on. Here's another two of the cocktails you can get here. The El Toro, which is, what is that?
$14.
Tequila. And I guess that's the margarita, or the mojito, their version of the mojito, which is a frozen Bacardi
$14 is pretty
with
reasonable.
mint, lime, cocoa cream, which actually sounds all right, doesn't it?
It says there are over 1,000 shipwrecks in the Florida Keys. Don't let this spot right here be yours.
Oh, it's basically a sign just to tell you that there's a slipping hazard here.
And you're going to end up a wreck.
Fair enough. This is the lobby. This is the entrance, obviously, from the beach end, not the front. Bit of a pool table here. Books. Yeah, that's not how you play pool. There's this little sort of seated area here. I guess this must be like a library then. Kind of a library. It's nice in here. And then it opens out into the main entrance. The check-in desk over here. There's a wee store beyond that for just essentials. Looks like there's a wee cart here doing espressos. And an office and work area if you need it. Stanley's, how much?
What about, oh, actual Stanleys?
Actual Stanley's.
Real Stanleys going, oh, they have the baker's keg.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't say. So
Doesn't say, so that means $1,000. Champagne in a vending machine.
Peppa Pig Havana. Cute.
And Peppa Pig flip-flops.
I like that.
Hello. Branded tops as well. Is there any price on those? No. Are they branded Baker's Cave Speedos?
They would suit you.
Are they branded?
They're $65.
Are they branded?
No.
I don't want them.
They're $65.
Stairs to floor 2 and 3. We were on floor 4. I'll be showing you the room shortly, so we had to go outside and over to get onto that floor. We'll maybe go up here and have a little nab. Don't be getting any ideas, I'm not doing it.
Twister,
No.
right, you go first.
There's a little kids breakout room up here. I guess like a party room, colouring ends, that sort of thing, and randomly Twister. Fair play to anybody who comes away and decides they want to spend their holiday beating themselves up, but no, not for me. Not today, not any day. This is the 3rd floor now. In here, there's some kind of function ballroom.
It's for weddings.
Nope, again, not today, not any day. The Sunset Terrace. Will we have a look at the Sunset Terrace? It's early in the morning, so obviously still everything is closed, not ready for lunch or dinner. Calusa is one of the restaurant options here. Or maybe you can actually dine. Yeah, it looks like you can get something to eat here. And this is the Sunset Terrace. It's now open for brunch. And sit and look out over the top of the trees and the hammock block out onto the sea. It's beautiful. Now your room key are these wearable wristbands. They work in all the doors and gates around the resort. This is the 4th floor hallways and we're in room number 411. This is a king suite. Unfortunately, it's in the hammock block, but it's not sea facing, but it does have a good view from the balcony, which we'll show you in a second, of the pool area. So this is the main area when you come through. I think this bed here can pull out, this sofa can pull out into a bed for presumably another 2 people, and you've got a huge, what looks like a 55-inch television here. Some drawers here. In here you've got your mini fridge. This one isn't properly sitting, so it's wobbly. You can see my breakfast in there. Lovely. Storage space is right here. Quite a lot of storage space too. It's got your safe, iron, some extra linen if you need it, coffee machine, and space for hanging up shirts. This is the main bedroom area then, just through here. Large double bed, a couple of nice little table lamps, another, as I say, what looks like a 55-inch TV here. Plenty of outlets for your electrics. And then through here, this is your balcony. All the balconies have these little seats here, 2 little seats. And as I said, this is on the 4th floor, so this is looking out towards the main US 1. Quite a nice sunrise here this morning, so that's the good thing. You can see the sun coming up above the tree line earlier on this morning, and obviously there's some sort of weather pitch down here, and then just beyond that is the pool area over here. So it's worth saying the pool's at the other end of the other side of the resort from the beach. Through here is the bathroom, which is okay. These lights have been bothering me because they're kind of flickering very quickly, but enough to sort of annoy me. And then you've got kind of some electrical noise coming off them, which I don't know what that is, but same with that one over there. You've got a basin area here, your loo, and then bath and shower, although bath is very shallow and small, so basically certainly I wouldn't be getting into it. I wouldn't be able to get into it, I think, more the point, but the shower has got good power out of it as well. So for this room we paid £250, about $300. That's normally quite a bit more than you would pay for this room, but it's simply because it's high season, January, on the Florida Keys, so they get away with charging you a bit more. Lovely resort, really nice place around the grounds. The room though, I just don't feel it. I think it's, firstly, I don't like these rooms that walk in from the main hallway. I never like that. But also I think just for what you're paying and how it differs maybe from some of the photographs and other videos I even watched on YouTube, this room just wasn't up to scratch. I'll show you a few things. Yeah, these net curtains look like they've saw better days, a little bit groggy. The windows again don't look overly clean. This bit's actually broken, smashed window. I showed you the bumpy cooler earlier on. There's just a lot of sort of scuffs and marks around. Like, feels like the place could do with a bit of a refurb, even down on the bottom of the doorways. Lots of scuffs and marks. You've got this sort of random light. I don't know if it's supposed to hang like that, but that green cable's just a bit of a sight hanging like that. It's very motel. Some of the paint has these kind of bumps. More marks here on the chair. Paintwork and door frames have saw better days as well. It looks like where they have painted, they just haven't been too careful about how they actually even paint this place. Walls are just dirty. Skirting boards are absolutely filthy. Look at that. It's disgusting. You know, that has not been cleaned for God knows how long. And what the hell is that there? Bathroom doors got all this scuff in the whole way up it. Badly needs a paint job. don't even know how you do that. Is it just the door? Or an angry woman?
Slamming the door.
You know any?
No.
Maybe they're going for kind of torn and windswept, rough and ready, rustic.
Not rough and ready, rustic.
A rusty kind of
Island.
island theme.
Shack.
Yeah, well, if they're going for it, they're not going for it in their prices. Again, in the main area, there's just lots of these kind of scuffs on all the furniture around. You never need to look too far either to find bits of dirt and grime on the curtains, all these kind of marks here. The cables for the TV seem to be just all thrown together and hanging down there, which again would annoy me. And this is not good either. The main bed sheet on the actual bed has actually got holes in it and is completely torn. So that is Baker's Cay Resort on Key Largo.
On another note, you can actually bring your pets here.
You can bring your pets here?
And stay here, which
Yeah.
is, for us, a bit off-putting.
Yeah. If you're not a
But
pet
that's
person.
good if you like that.
So there was a cat in reception and there was a dog that's just wandered into the lobby there. So upon leaving, all the extra costs, $65. That's your state sales tax, your parking, which they never asked us if we were driving, but they charged us $10. So I guess they just assume if you're coming here, you're driving.
Fair enough.
Resort charge $49, and then there's resort fee and state tax $6 as well. So it all adds up. So extra $65 on top of an already high $312 for the room for a Friday night. Now, a lot of people.
That's close to what, 400 in total?
About 400 all in, yeah. Close to $400 all in for one night at Baker's Cay Resort. Now, given that it is peak season in Florida Keys, so that's probably going to be double what you would get that for sort of during low season. Still very high. When you consider the room was not great, no?
No, wasn't great. Didn't love it. I would give the room maybe like a 5.
Yeah, same. I think what the room lacked, though, the resort made up. And I think for us only staying a night, we probably wouldn't have got the value out of it. But if you were staying 2-3 nights or even longer, you could see yourself staying there for a week. As long as you curb your expectation around the room.
Yeah.
Maybe actually if you were looking out the front towards the sea,
Yeah.
you would put up with some of the scuffs and some of the scrapes and the
Yeah.
grime that's in the room. You'd maybe overlook that. But yeah, room good. Room okay, but the resort is really good to probably very good.
I also think if we had the kids here, this would definitely be somewhere that we would bring them.
Yeah.
Good for kids, good for families. Maybe we have a bit of a higher expectation when we're on our own.
And good for pets as well.
Good for pets, yeah.
Right.
So definitely good for families.
Like, follow, subscribe,
Oh.
whatever.